secret garden. I'd like to introduce you now to Councillor, recently Lord True, leader of the council, who's going to say a few words on for this morning.
Well, thanks, Cormac, and sorry, forgive my voice is giving out a bit, not because I've been speaking, but I've just been having to sit until 4 o'clock every morning listening to a filibuster in the House of Lords, so I'm getting about less sleep than I had since I was about 19 years old, and it was rather more pleasurable having a short nights when I was 19 years old, or at least long evenings, put it that way. Thank you everybody for coming here today. But I'd like to thank first of all the Richmond Youth Jazz Band for providing such brilliant entertainment. I wish we had them in the House of Lords at 3 o'clock in the morning to keep us going. I must say that it isn't summertime, and the living isn't all that easy always in the business of trying to get the Riverside reopened, but it was a beautiful rendition of a great number and many other great songs. I'd like to thank the band tremendously, and also like to thank the young people who did the artworks just along the river in the old toilet block there. I think it's marvellous that young children are getting involved in being interested in the future of the Riverside. And I'd like to thank them and the schools and everybody who's been involved in that competition. I'd like to thank our Parks Department for what they've done in laying out this piece of ground for the people, not for the council. And I'd like to also thank everybody who's taken part in this long and continuing and not yet finished struggle to get a Riverside which will be a public resource, as I promised, I hope, forever for the people of Twickenham. And I'd like to thank the Community Trust volunteers and all those individuals who've been involved in that, the many groups, and people who's had great ideas about how this ground could be opened in a temporary way. You know, I've mentioned Edward Davis, who I heard speaking about this at a conference some years ago. But also, I hope to mention also the name of Sir Peter Wakefield, who is so sadly lost to us recently, and a fantastic supporter of Twickenham and the eventual vision of a Riverside from here to York House. Now, this is not a final step, it's another small step on the way. But isn't it a lovely view? Isn't it sad that we haven't been able to see it all these years? And I hope that when it comes to spring, that people will be out here. I'd love to see the picnics taking place, people practicing for the street parties, people enjoying themselves in this wonderful town. And I hope you'll enjoy yourselves for the rest of the day. We are working, considering actively what is going on behind there. We want to show everybody what's behind there. We will be producing documents later this spring. There is activity. This is not the end of the matter, it's the beginning of the matter, and the people of Twickenham will be given an opportunity to decide finally the future of this piece of ground. But I repeat the pledge that I gave at the Twickenham conference. This council is prepared to put money into this piece of ground to create something which can be a beautiful resource for the people of this town. It's a magnificent place. I'd like to thank all those that have come and all those who struggled for this. I'm a late comer on the scene. If anyone worries about the waste of money, the Parks Department tells me all these trees and plants can be removed and will be moved and can be reused in part of the final scheme when we have it. So here we are. I declare it doesn't have a name. It's the people's ground. But let it be open, let people enjoy it, and let it be the second small step along the road to the revival of Riverside, and a small part of the revival and growth and improvement of this wonderful town of Twickenham. And thank you all, and thank you. Are we going to get any more music? Brilliant, that's what they want. I'll shut up and let people really enjoy what they're enjoying. And thank you everybody.